In this question we're being asked to find the equation of a line. Let's have a look at some of the key features of the question. Obviously our endpoint is to find the equation of a line, and we're given that this line is perpendicular to another line and it passes through the point -1, 3. The concept of being perpendicular to another line is something we need to look at very carefully. Let's first of all consider the gradient of the line 2y minus 4x plus 3 equals 0. And to do that, it would be nice if it was in the form y equals mx plus c, because m represents the gradient. So our aim is to try and get y by itself in that equation. The first thing we'll do is we'll take the 4x and the 3 across to the right hand side. That changes sign to make it positive 4x and take 3. The next thing we'll need to do is divide through by 2, and that does give us y by itself. Dividing through on the right hand side gives us 2x minus 1.5. So we can see now that the gradient, based on the formula y equals mx plus c, is 2 for this line. Now what we need to do is determine the gradient for the line perpendicular to it. Now the formula is the gradient for the perpendicular line is negative of the reciprocal of the previous gradient. And we write m with an upside down t, that represents the gradient of the perpendicular line. So in this case it's going to be negative 1 over 2. And that's going to assist us find the equation of the perpendicular line. So we'll substitute it into our formula, y equals mx plus c. So we've got y equals negative 0.5x plus c. We've just substituted the gradient in there. Now the next process is to substitute a point in other words an x and a y value, to help us find c. We'll put the -1 in for the x and the 3 for the y. In doing that, we can see that we get 3 equals, and it will be positive 0.5 plus c. And from there, to find c, what we need to do is remove 0.5, so c's by itself, and we get c is equal to 2.5. So that's the y-intercept. So overall, our equation will become y equals negative 0.5x plus 2.5. And that's the equation for the perpendicular line, and that would be a sufficient result. But what we also need to keep in mind is sometimes when there's decimals involved, it's often expressed with whole numbers in the answers. So we'll multiply everything through by 2 here to remove the 0.5. And the next step would be to make this equation equal to 0. So what we'll do is we'll take the negative x and the positive 5 to the left hand side to give us a result of x plus 2y minus 5 equals 0. And the only reason we've done this is because sometimes solutions in textbooks will actually re-express an equation of a line in a form which is not containing decimals and quite often equal to 0.